Okay, Manchester United versus CSKA Moscow. This is a watch along for the game. Manchester United are about 6 minutes away from kickoff at CSKA Moscow's ground. Late for this watch along, had a few things to do, but kickoff. So I hope everyone's excited and looking forward to the game. We've got a few, obviously, players injured for tonight's game, so we've had to rotate our squad a little bit. Phil Jones is out injured, so it looks like we're going with a back three of Lindelof, Eric Bay and Smalling. Ashley Young and Daley Blind are the wing backs in the further forward. Then you've got Matic, Herrera, and then in the midfield. Then you've got Martial and Mkhitaryan on either side with Romelu Lukaku up front. So it's still a really strong lineup for me. Some people thought that maybe Romelu Lukaku was going to get rested, but no chance for me. He can't be rested for this game. Get the group over and done with, and then rest him. No point in resting him tonight. I really don't see the point of that, to be honest, whatsoever. So we are moments away from kickoff. Just hope everyone is doing well this evening. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new around here. Hopefully we can see some more goals this evening. Obviously Manchester United have been raining goals in this season. Really excited. There's a lot of good games on again this evening. So hopefully we're going to see a cracker here. It is difficult going to Russia though. I mean, Manchester United are going to be up against it in this game. I think we're going to struggle to get 3 points here. It's not going to be a rollover for me. Hope I'm wrong. I hope it is a rollover and hope we batter the fuck out of these side, but I somehow can't see that happening. Are almost ready to go in this game. So players are about to come out onto the pitch. Earlier today, the FA Youth League was on. Manchester United also playing CSKA Moscow in that, and we won that one 2-1. So I'd be fairly happy with that. Aidan Barlow and Angel Gomez getting the goals. So really pleased for the youth players to get themselves going and win their first 2 games as well. Hopefully the senior side can also come up and get some. Would be nice to see this evening. Really looking forward to Martial playing this evening. Wasn't playing at the weekend, so hopefully he can have a good game tonight and hopefully score a goal. That would be nice to see. Come on, United! Let's get some goals tonight and let's get through this group, because we really don't want to be having to go into the last few games of this group stage, fucking around, still needing to win the games to worry about at the moment. So it's not overly good, is it, if we do fuck around like that? You want to get it done over and done with as quick as possible. Get this group done and move on, and hopefully give some youngsters a go. Because tonight it looks like we've got a few youngsters on the bench. Scott McTominay and Zebi are on the bench this evening. So if Manchester United were winning, okay, we could potentially see them in this game. Who really knows? sure, but we'll have to wait and see how the game plans out first before we see what's happening and whether either of them can get any minutes on the pitch. Got 4 youngsters on the bench. Marcus Rashford also on the bench, along with Jesse Lingard. 4 youth players that have come through the ranks at Manchester United. So really nice to see 4 youngsters come through the ranks and on the bench in a Champions League game. Who would have thought that a few years ago? Got 4 youngsters on the bench in a game. Well, they're not. I mean, Jesse Lingard isn't really a youngster anymore, but he's come through the U team. Would be even more if we had Paul Pogba as well on in and around the squad tonight. Obviously, unfortunately, he is injured still, so hopefully we will see him at some point in time over the next few weeks if he does get himself fit again. Right, and we are just getting underway with this match. What's everyone's score prediction? I'm hoping that Manchester United can get the job done this evening. I'm going to go for Manchester United winning this game 2-1. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Games going on in the Champions League tonight, so really excited for this competition. Obviously, we were out of it for too long for Manchester United standards, so going to Russia is never an easy place to go and win. So I can get just nick this game, get the job done this evening, and move on to the weekend. I mean, we've got on paper an easy game against Crystal Palace at the weekend, but whether we can get the job done against them on paper, it's easy, but it's never as easy as you may think. So, but we're underway here. So I'm not too surprised that he's gone for the 3 central defenders tonight. To be honest, we've got a lack of options. Certainly in midfield with Fellaini being out, with Carrick being out as well. So United have got to make do at this moment in time. I'm not surprised we haven't seen Scott McTominay and start the game or anything, because I wasn't really expecting him to start tonight. But we just started this game anyway. Chelsea also playing this evening, Atletico Madrid. So that should be a fascinating game in itself as well. So on one moment. So far, there has only been the 1 goal in any of these Champions League games, and it's gone to Basel. So Manchester United have got the upper hand, with Basel going on to score first. Benfica, because that's a game that Manchester United probably want Basel to probably win there, because you would like to think that Basel are probably the weakest team probably for me in the group. So that is probably a positive thing there. Getting first goal of the game, and we have scored. We've just scored. Manchester United have scored. It is that man as usual. Romelu Lukaku has put Manchester United on. That is just what Manchester United needed. Really pleased with that. Just missed the goal because my live stream went down, unfortunately. But Manchester United have scored. Romelu Lukaku has put the ball in the net. Really pleased that we've started off well like this. Romelu Lukaku putting us in the lead. Fantastic for Manchester United. Really, really delighted. We've got that early goal. Hopefully that will settle Manchester United down, because Romelu Lukaku absolutely banging the goals in this season. That is now 9 goals this season for Romelu Lukaku. Absolutely fantastic, to be honest, from Big Rom. Hopefully Manchester United can kick on here. I personally don't think that these are a great side, to be honest. It's just the fact that Manchester United have got to come all this way to CSKA Moscow to Berlin and stuff like that. But it's great to see Manchester United getting the early goal here in the game, scoring first. Hopefully we won't see many scares in this game, but for what I've signed so far, Romelu Lukaku has been for Manchester United. Hopefully we can see some more this game from. Was really one that I want to grab himself a goal, because he's a bit of a confidence player for me, Martial. Good save there. I've got to be careful in this game, because this, I didn't think it was going to be a walkover, because the fact that we've got to go to Russia, and for some reason it's not always that easy going to Russia. But it's a corner kick for them anyway. But obviously it's only early on, so they could certainly come back into this game. There's a long way to go in this match, but so far Manchester United are leading in this game. So if Manchester United could win this game, the other game could, well, probably the best result is either a Basel win or a draw in that game for me. And Manchester United will be in a healthy position in this group, to be honest. In a very healthy position. again, that early goal was something we've struggled certainly with over the last few years, but we see now to be getting. So hopefully Manchester United can put this today. Not taking us throwing down in their half. If Manchester United could get a second goal in the first half, in a strong position, because I've been looking at their team and I don't really know too much about it, but in my home. But in this, you want to get the. I just want to get the group done as quick as possible, to be honest. Get this over with, so we can move on. Manchester United have had a fair bit of possession so far, which away from home is always nice to have a lot of possession. So away from home, it's never that easy in the Champions League to always get a foothold in these. And so that can be. But we've really got. I think if Martial can really run at them like he did okay, it was only against Burton Albion, but if he can play as well as he did against Burton Albion, this CSKA Moscow side could have some problems. Have some real problems on their hands. But to be honest, a lot of people are expecting a shit. I saw next game. Just take one game at a time. Rest of them, if the group's up and done and dusted. 2 games to go. You can rest them up. So good for Manchester United here this evening, winning 1-0. CSKA Moscow with Romelu Lukaku getting an early goal. Everyone loves an early goal. United have got that this evening. Not too surprised. Goals this season with their forward line. So that could be a feisty old evening. Not too many goals around so far in Champions League, but we'll bring you any latest scores and news here if and when they go in. I mean, this sort of game isn't the sort of game that you're going to dance around doing cartwheels about. If Manchester United get the 3 points, it's more a relief, get the job done, move on through the group stage, and just qualify as group winners. Once it's done, it's done. That's what we want. Because under Alex Ferguson, often we piss fired around with these groups, and it's not the best of to be leaving it to the last few games. And under Alex Ferguson, we did actually fail to qualify fire once or twice. So, and under Van Gaal, we failed to qualify as well. So they can be banana skins if you don't go for it fully. So Manchester United have rotated their side tonight. So, but obviously these aren't one of the powerhouses in European football by no means. But so far, I'm pretty pleased with Manchester United. Just do a professional performance tonight, get this job done, and we can move on to Saturday. Ashley Young here. Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan! Oh! Great save there by the goalkeeper. Manchester United almost getting a second goal of the game. Almost getting a second goal in this game for Manchester United. Their goalkeeper pulled off a really good save to keep Manchester United out. If Manchester United could get the second goal in this game, to me, I think that it will kill it off. Very, very difficult for them to come back into this game if Manchester United get that second, and we almost did there. Mkhitaryan almost getting a goal. Mkhitaryan probably hasn't got quite enough goals for Manchester United, so get another goal. But I think the second goal could definitely be there for Manchester United if we just up it a little bit and get that killer goal. I think it'll be a long way back then for CSKA Moscow if Manchester United can get that second goal. But it's a very good save from the CSKA Moscow goalkeeper. Manchester United are having lots of possession in this game, which is what we want away from home in this hostile sort of atmosphere. Hopefully we can get another clean sheet from Dave tonight to see. Really just see. But it was blind to Mkhitaryan, and I thought that he was going to put that away. I really did. Just obviously saving that with his foot, but it was a save you'd see Dave make, really. Eric Bailly on the ball, his first Champions League game for Manchester United. I think if Manchester United could actually get a second, we probably could swap these aside. Well, wasn't too sure that Manchester United, I thought this game would be close, so. United. Let's get that second goal. Yeah, Dave's only let goals in 2 matches so far this season, which is fantastic. And one of them being against Real Madrid. So, in that and 2 goals in the Stoke game. Besides that, he's kept clean sheets in every other game. So, for Dave, and not only has he made a good start, but the Manchester United seem to now not be conceding as many chances used to under the likes of Louis van Gaal and under David Moyes. So, Manchester United winning the ball back. Oh, they're coming forward. Oh, too heavy touch of Manchester United clear. But Manchester United are certainly looking at a much better side last season. I know we started the season off quite well last season, but certainly wasn't nowhere near as good as this. The start to this season, it's been fantastic. But Romelu Lukaku, 9 goals in 9 games, which is absolutely mint, to be honest, because we've got Crystal Palace up next who aren't really in good form at all. So come back off the Brazilian there for a goal kick for Manchester United. Oh, big Rom there. I'm not going to be jumping with joy if Manchester United get the 3 points tonight, because obviously it is only the second group game of the Champions League, and it's when the knockout stage starts to happen, where you play the real big hitters, where I'll be really pleased if Manchester United obviously beat the likes of Real Madrid and that. But at the moment, get this job done as quick as possible, because this Manchester United team should easily be coping with this group now. We've got a very, very good team out there that Jose Mourinho has put together. This is far better than... Oh, penalty! Fucking hell, penalty! Come on! Get in there, it's a penalty, come on! Mkhitaryan fouled. Get in there, Martial. Anthony Martial, the guy who I said Manchester United, could he score tonight? Oh, taking the penalty there. Get in there. Manchester United going 2-0 up for now for CSKA Moscow. I mean, it's going to be a long way back for CSKA Moscow now. I mean, 2-0 down. Manchester United having lots and lots of possession in this game. Really pleased, to be honest, to see Martial getting himself on the score sheet. It's weird that he's taking the penalties when Big Rom's banging them in as well. But it's nice to see that they're all sharing the goals around, because that's really what you want to see from Manchester United, sharing them goals around, because it's definitely going to give him confidence. Anthony Martial got himself a penalty the other week, so and Herrera tripped there. But so far so good. I think Manchester United are well on their way to claiming 3 points this evening in this fixture. I can't really see a way back for CSKA Moscow myself. But to be 2 goals to the good up at this stage of the game, really pleased. You can't really ask for no more than that. Yeah, maybe it may be a bit of a soft penalty, but to be honest, I didn't think at first that he was going to give the penalty, but the penalty and Manchester United are winning 2-0, and that's all, to be honest, that I care about in this game, because I just want to see Manchester United get through this tie. Worry about the next game. If we could get a few goals tonight, he could maybe rest a couple of these players, because we have got Matic that is, and to be honest, I would much rather he got rested in this game in time, because we've got to do a lot of travelling as well, going back to Manchester United, all in control of this tie, Rip, in this game, really, to be honest. Manchester United on the attack again. We're actually on way over, but got a corner here. Manchester United, it's 21 minutes into the game, and Manchester United are in comfortable control of this game so far. And Basel are winning 2-0 against Benfica. So Benfica not doing too good in this. It's looking like they're going to be on 0 points after this evening, unless they can miraculously turn that game around and somehow score 3 goals. But that would leave Manchester United and Basel. Basel will be second, and CSKA Moscow third, both with 3 points, and Manchester United with 6. So There having that covered. Shot from quite a way out, but it's really nice watching Manchester United this season and seeing raining goals in and feeling confident that Manchester United can score each game. It really is. To be honest, I can't really see where the goal where CSKA Moscow are going to get back in this and score 2 goals, to be honest. I just feel we look so much so dangerous going forward, and that we could score again at any moment in time, which is, to be honest, we haven't seen this since Fergie's days, and even in the last year or so, Fergie's last couple of years of Fergie's tenure, it wasn't great. I mean, Manchester United won the league, but Robin van Persie played such a part in that. Manchester United now, that's really helped Manchester United drag us over the line on probably the last 2 Premier League titles that we won. Was good enough to win it, but Sir Alex somehow dragged us through them, and yeah, Manchester United seem to have so many players now from so many angles that can hurt teams, which is really pleasing to see. You've got Mkhitaryan, you've got Martial, you've got Rashford, you've got so many good players, and obviously Romelu Lukaku and Zlatan to come back. So you've got so many players now that can hurt teams. Before we were struggling to get goals, and the players that were brought in just weren't good enough or just didn't perform at Manchester United. And so many players with. No, I think it has actually really helped this season getting rid of that deadwood of Wayne Rooney. I know it's sad to see that he was so good for Manchester United and peter out like he did, but getting rid of him off Manchester United books, I think's really been a weight off our shoulders. It's not good enough. We need players that are gonna win out there and win stuff for Manchester United. And Wayne Rooney wasn't doing that anymore. And clubs like Real Madrid just players to fuck off before they get to that stage of their careers. But Manchester United 2-0 up here this evening. Really pleased so far that Manchester United have had a lot more possession than CSKA Moscow. We've looked a lot more threatening, to be honest. They've had 1 or 2 opportunities, but United are certainly the better side here. Manchester United, big get in there. Manchester United scored again. This game it routes. Get in there, my son. Expecting a big scoreline like this. Romelu Lukaku tapping the ball into the net. Really pleased how this first half's gone on. No Manchester United fan can be more happy than seeing this type of football. I mean, Martial, I mean, he's staking a claim to be in the Manchester United first team on a regular basis. Goal, really pleased. Really pleased with Anthony so far this evening. You think sometimes last season he didn't always step up to the plate when okay he was given limited opportunities, but this evening okay he's got a penalty, but Martial as well on top of that. This could be an absolute fucking rout if Manchester United to really go goal out. Could he potentially, Lukaku, get himself a hat-trick this evening? His first for Manchester United. 10 goals for Romelu Lukaku already this season. I mean, Jesus Christ. Come on, United. We could probably get a few more in this game. This is really good to see because Manchester United can hopefully afford to rest some players in the latter stages if we can get the job done in the next game, the next group game, because this game for me is over. I can't see Manchester United not winning this one. We've got Benfica away in the next one. If Manchester United could win that, it would be one. And CSKA Moscow can't even get the ball. Shot there by Mkhitaryan, but blocked. So, but Manchester United could get 4 or 5 this evening, definitely. If I just cannot believe how dominant Manchester United have been in this game, to be honest, considering it is away. This really has been pleasing for me to see in this game that Manchester United are dominating this game as much as they have so far. 3 goals to 0 up, and we're not even nowhere near half time yet. We've still got another 15 minutes before half time. Can Big Rom get himself another goal in this first half? I mean, Romelu Lukaku also looking to be the top scorer, obviously, in this competition this season. Come on, United! Get some more goals, shall we? He scores when he wants. This is just so dominant from Manchester United. People say Jose Mourinho is a negative manager. Well, they can fuck right off, because this, as you'll see, you're not seeing much fucking more dominant than this. Just be a bloody kick in the nuts if Manchester United let a goal in this, because I want Dave to get another clean sheet. But besides that, at the moment, Manchester United absolutely dominating this game. It's just about who can get themselves on the score sheet, hopefully, in this game. Oh, Manchester United on the break again. Oh. Ashley Young's really getting a lot of run out in this Manchester United team lately to be doing what Jose Mourinho wants, and so I'm happy with, because Manchester United have been fantastic so far this season. So I couldn't give a shit what players Jose Mourinho thinks are the best for Manchester United, because he's the man for Manchester United. It's no doubt about it to me. Can't really remember Manchester United being much more dominant than for a long while. It's so pleasing to United like this. And as I say, we've got Scott McTominay and Tuan Zebi on the bench. Could Manchester United potentially bring either of them onto the pitch in the second half? Because it's pleasing to see if Eric Bay could get a rest in this game, ready for the weekend, and Matic maybe getting a rest, or someone, because to be honest, Manchester United are so dominant in this. It's probably not going to make much difference if one of them two was to come off. But with Matic, as I say, carrying a knocking game, potentially, obviously, Jose Mourinho has marked him as fit to play, and he's playing, but he's such an important player for Manchester United, Matic, for me, that for him to get any sort of injury. And hopefully, these sort of games. I know it's not the best of teams in this Champions League. I know it's only CSKA Moscow and that, and people are going to say, well, they're shit and that, but you know, Manchester United are swatting these aside like ease. So, and we struggled to do that against these sort of sides last season. So, come here under Van Gaal, we only drew 1-1, and we would never have won this, been 3-0 up in this game with Louis Van Gaal in charge. So, the rest of the team in the Champions League should step up a bit of notice that they're not going to be a rollover in this Champions League this season. PSG are 2-0 up against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich aren't in the best of form at the start of this season. PSG are obviously banging in goals for fun this season. So Lukaku having another chance, potentially, which would have been his hat trick. Actually, not getting it. Goalkeeper pulling off the save, but he would love his hat trick tonight, wouldn't he? He really would love that hat trick tonight. I know. Big Ron. Thought he was going to get that hat trick then. It really would be nice to see Ron get that hat trick. Harry Kane getting one yesterday, this evening. If you're new around here, make sure to click the like button on this video and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. It really does help us grow. If you like this content, share it on social media. That really does help the channel grow, and more people can get involved in the comment section below. United in cruise control in this first half. Manchester United in absolute cruise control. Didn't think we were going to get a dominant performance as this from Manchester United this evening. Still 10 minutes to go before half time, so live videos, so I can't at the moment, but I'll text her. Text her, on a live video. Bye. Sorry about that. Oh, they're having a little bit of a go now, CSKA Moscow, but hopefully Manchester United will not let a goal in. Oh, Dave saves again. Let's get a bit more light in this bitch because it's a little bit dark. Can Manchester United end the game with a fourth? Oh, no. Ball goes straight through to the goalkeeper there. Ever since that fourth minute of the game, Manchester United have been absolutely in cruise control of this one. Atletico Madrid have taken the lead against Chelsea. Antoine Griezmann has got the goal from the penalty spot in that one. Fouling, according to this. So that's interesting. Hope that would actually be a good result because I want Chelsea to struggle to get out of that group so that it hinders their Premier League. Because Manchester United need it as easy as possible, really. We want the other teams to really find it tough to get out the group, the likes of Manchester City, really, and Chelsea and Liverpool, so they have to put out the strongest team throughout every game. That's what you want. Or end up in the Europa League, so that fucks them right over completely. So far, in Barcelona are only drawing 0-0, so I mean, I knew how good Romelu Lukaku was, but he has been better than I even thought he would be so far this season. So we're coming up to near the half time now. We're in cruise control of this, completely dominating the game. The most one-sided football matches you're going to see in a long time. And just hoping that the second half we can see a couple of substitutions at some point. We saw it against Burton Albion where Luke Shaw come onto the pitch in that particular match. And we could maybe see maybe Scott McTominay come onto the pitch and Zabi, which would nice to see. And Jesse Lingard and Darmian on the bench and Juan Mata as well. But I wouldn't really want to risk them players because Manchester United are in absolute cruise control. So foul there in Manchester United's favour. But I think Manchester United will probably play the rest of this half out and just get through to the break and be very, very happy. Bloke got a yellow card for that one. Even managed to give minutes to Ander Herrera tonight as well, who hasn't had a lot of minutes lately, which is good to see. But I'm a bit worried about Matic, which was the news. Which just think though, if Romelu Lukaku took that penalty, would he have ended up with a hat trick? Because he obviously after that ended up getting another goal, but obviously things may have worked out differently if he'd scored that penalty. Who knows? But we're a couple of minutes away from half time. Manchester United all over these still. I mean, Dave's had a couple of saves to make, but to be honest, this game has been way more one-sided than Martial running him. Oh, oh! It's so dangerous there when he's running up. That just looked like Martial was just going to go. He runs at defenders. He looks so dangerous. That was fantastic there. Great run there from Martial. Probably deserved better there from that. Okay, so we're just under 2 minutes now away from going in at the break. 3 goals to 0 up. Oh, saved there from Dave. Very comfortable from distance. They've not really had enough to shout about, CSKA Moscow. I thought, considering they beat Benfica in their last game, I thought that they'd be a bit better than this. To be honest, I did know that they're a pretty poor side, but coming to Russia and beating them as easy as we have so far, it's just so pleasing to see it. Manchester United have got to be up there as one of the more favourites to be winning this Champions League, because Jose Mourinho knows win it. I mean, he's won it with bloody Benny McCarthy as the centre forward, so he knows damn too well how to win this Champions League. And we probably won't be playing this champagne football in every game, will we? But we may have to dig deep and play a bit of defensive stuff at times. But Jose Mourinho tactically can switch things up for opposition. He knows what he's doing, that man. And that is half time. Manchester United are leading 3 goals to 0. Cannot ask for no better than that for that first half. A quick break, and I'll be back ready for the second half. Martial with 2 assists and a goal. Also, Romelu Lukaku with 2 goals. So thoroughly impressed with that. I'll be back, going off for a break. We'll be back ready for that second half in a few moments. So, how is everyone doing at half time? Everyone, if you're a Manchester United fan, should be delighted with what we are seeing. One of the more dominant Premier League game you'll probably see this season. You won't see a lot more dominant than that, to be honest. To be honest, if Manchester United pushed a bit harder, we could probably put these to the sword 4 or 5-0, but I'm not really that bothered about getting many more goals as long as no one gets injured, to be honest. There is quite a few goals in and around the Champions League this evening. Let's just go through them. At the moment, still Basel are winning, beating Benfica 2-0, which I'm surprised with, considering we beat Basel with no real problem ourselves. And Celtic are winning this evening, which win many games away from home in the Champions League, so that's nice for them. Paris Saint-Germain 2-0 up. Roma beat Karabag 2-1, which we expect. And Atletico Madrid beating Chelsea 1-0 at the moment in time. That might be difficult for Chelsea to pull back any point in time. So really pleased for Manchester United, to be honest. And probably that Chelsea one, I would be happy with that, to be honest, because it's what you want. You want to see the other English team struggle to make it out of the group. So then if Manchester United are comfortably through, we can rest players where they then hopefully can't rest players, and it affects them in the league. So that is what we want to see this evening. Now I wonder if Jose Mourinho will make any changes anytime in the second half. I wouldn't expect him to make any changes straight away. But I would expect some at some point. That's in the second half. You know, he made one against Burton Albion straight away, bringing Luke Shaw on when we were 3-0. But I'm not too sure he's going to do the same in this particular match and bring anyone. But I would expect a couple of players to be rested for coming up, because we've got a couple of 1,000-mile trip now back to Manchester to get prepared, and that is actually our only home game in and around this period, this busy period, because we've got these two away games, this one and obviously that one against Southampton that we've just had. We've got more shitty away games coming up. I think we've got Liverpool next after the international break, so things are coming thick and fast. And then after that, I think we played Benfica away or Swansea away. So we've got a lot of games coming thick and fast away from home. So Manchester United need to rest as many players as we can, because they're going to all be going off on international duty now. Don't want it to be a case of getting more players in coming back from injury when there's a chance to rest them. There'd be no point whatsoever in when you don't need to. This game, to be honest, is done and dusted for me. Manchester United are in absolute cruise control, and they're not gonna let even 2 goals in, which we still see Manchester United comfortably through the game and easily top of this group. So, but second half, I would like to see obviously Scott McTominay and Tuanzebe get a run out. It would be nice to see what they can do in a Champions League game. Obviously, there's less pressure on them in this game, so that's where you want to start to see players like that. But I'm a bit surprised that Axel's got the nod tonight in the squad, because so, but he's now obviously back from injury, so obviously didn't play against Burton Albion, so apparently had a back injury, so maybe it's not been a bad one, but he hasn't played a lot of under 23 football. He hasn't played the last at least 2 or 3 games, but before that, I'm not too sure. Games, but if I get a chance, I will watch some of them. So it looks like it's been a good day for both Manchester United's teams today, because obviously earlier I watched the first half of Manchester United's under-19s beating the same opposition in their under-19 team, CSKA Moscow. That was a bit closer than this. That was 2-1. Now Angel Gomez and guessing at Manchester United's goals. Aidan Barlow getting the first one after a relatively quick time like this. And so, Angel Gomez getting a nice free kick, which the goalkeeper should have saved it, but they apparently pulled one back in the second half. I was unable to watch the second half, but Manchester United getting the victory there. So I wasn't too sure how the under-19s will do this season, because see the first team are a lot better at this moment in time, and they can actually go on and do anything in that competition. They're probably going to get out of the group, and we'd like to see them go further. But some of them even feature in the last couple of games in this Champions League proper. But hopefully Manchester United can do some more business in the second half. It'd be nice to see. Okay. Now that obviously we will be wondering whether Romelu can get his hat trick. That's where we will be. We'll be a few moments away from half, so hopefully we can. After Harry Kane got a hat trick last night, it would be nice to see Romelu follow that up with his own hat trick and say to Romelu to be the better one, score more goals. He's got 10 goals this season in, is it 9 or 10 start? I've lost count, but he's absolutely banging in the goals this season at the moment, and we hope it continues, because we've got Crystal Palace obviously coming up at the weekend. Ball that he could potentially get some more against them, because obviously they're not in a very good reign of form at the moment. They're bottom with no points, so Manchester United should be going into that game with full of confidence that we can beat them at Trafford as well. So that could potentially be a great game to look forward to for Manchester United. You look more excited this season to the game to Old Trafford. Certainly, that Manchester United have been in so good form at the start of the season. Under Louis van Gaal, it just seemed like, we're going to draw 0-0 at half time, and you weren't excited. Football's all about being excited about going into these matches, and Right, we're getting ready for the second half of this game. What are we going to see from the second half? Can we see some more goals? See some more? Not being greedy, maybe another one or two would be nice. Hopefully, some of the players that are out injured this evening, well, I would expect them to be available for the weekend. And that Phil Jones is apparently supposed to be injured, but defence hasn't really. There's been a couple of long-range shots this evening, but we haven't really been overly worked at the back, so which is pleasing to see. Obviously, it's given Lindelof more minutes. So he hasn't got a lot. Smalling's got minutes tonight, so there's some real positives out there tonight for Manchester United. Obviously, had a lot more goals this evening. Mkhitaryan missing a great chance where the keeper saved it, make it 2-0 early on. So, but we're about to get started with this second half now, and all we can do is hope to see some more goals and see no injuries for Manchester United, because shit if Manchester United get any more injuries. A bit threadbare, certainly in midfield. We can't afford to lose any more players. That would be some shit for Manchester United. Hard to lose any players in the second half, but I think, to be honest, job done. You now look forward to that. I reckon they give it 10 minutes or so, and then you forward to that game against Crystal Palace on Saturday. I think he'll make it around the 60-minute mark. I can't imagine him keeping it. But if it's the same pattern as the first half, then I can only see more goals, to be honest. Doesn't look like there's any changes to be made from that first half. I mean, they might decide that because they're getting hammered, they might just try and contain Manchester United now, that they can keep the score down, because I can't imagine CSKA Moscow wanting to have an embarrassing 5 or 6-0 defeat. It will damage their goal difference, and they don't really want to end up falling too far adrift of the others, because in terms of goal difference, if it gets any bigger, because this group could be neck and neck for who finishes second and third. CSKA Moscow that Europa League, and that might help them, because they're not going to get very far, obviously, in the Champions League if they get through to the knockout stage, and you have a bit of a run in that Europa League. So CSKA Moscow get the game back underway. Can Big Rom get his goal and get his hat-trick? We will have to wait and see, but oh. I'm a bit surprised that CSKA Moscow haven't changed something up at half time, to be honest, because but surely their managers had a word with them and a bit more fired up. Oh, and their shot from distance. A lot of their shots tonight have been from distance, which Dave's going to be thoroughly happy with, because a goalkeeper of his standard should most of them shots from the edge of the penalty area. Unless it's a really good shot, he's going to deal with the majority of them sort of shots. Kaku, get that hat trick, boy. If you're a bit more greedy, you would to that penalty and probably have your hat trick by now. But nice all the same to see Martial get a goal, because it gives them a massive lift. I believe that Martial is a confidence player. And if he gets a run in the team, I think he could just start banging in some goals. It'd be nice to see him get one from open play in this second half, maybe. If Manchester United can up it again a little bit, and there'd be more goals in this for Manchester United if we up it in the second half. I mean, I think that the CSKA Moscow side have looked very, very poor for me. Very poor. They played well this evening. We have. You can't take nothing away that Manchester United are a much big, but Manchester United coming forward again. Oh, Lukaku. Oh shit. Could quite as easily have had his hat trick there. And Lukaku linking up fantastically well there. And good save from the keeper. The keeper's pulled off a couple of good saves today, so that could have quite easily been the hat trick there. Oh, watching it again. Fantastic save from the keeper. Oh, that's a bastard, that. He could. Put it past him getting that hat trick tonight. He really wouldn't. With the form that he's shown so far in this second half again, he started well. But the form that he's in at this moment in time. Back into their game. Kane, obviously, Morata's done very, very well at the start of the season for Chelsea. Lukaku, really, really good strikers together. I mean, Lukaku boot rates in the Premier League is going to be fucking high up, like shit, isn't it? This season. Come on, Martial. Ashley Young, It's crossing. Oh, blind. Just over from Daley Blind there. Manchester United still in cruise control, to be honest, in this game. Any danger for me? You know, I would be a bit pissed off if we do let a goal in, because so I want Dave to get another clean sheet. Dave had to go where he couldn't get clean sheets when he was man of the match. And now the defence is actually holding out. Can Big Rom get that hat-trick tonight? That's the big question. It's substituted in the second half. Taking the lead, according to this, it's an own goal. So Barcelona are winning 1-0. Just taking the lead, but Manchester United really are putting down a marker early on in this season, though, that we're not overs in this Champions League this year. We're actually here to compete. Can Manchester United potentially, potentially win this tournament this year? It's going to be an ask, because there are some fantastic teams in it, but with the squad that Manchester United put together, we're more than capable of competing in this tournament. And as I say, Jose Mourinho knows tactically how to get this tournament right. So in a one-off time, I backed Jose Mourinho to. I mean, and okay, you play over two legs in most of the, apart from the final, but away from home, Jose Mourinho is the master at pulling out a draw or a scraping a 1-0 win or something like that. And United to beat most teams at Old Trafford this season, the way we're playing at this moment in time, fantastic home record wherever he's been. Our problem was last season was turning them draws into wins, and now it's turning that way. Obviously, it was the hardest problem what we had last season, putting the ball in the back of the net, but we were dominating the games, so it wasn't like the problems that you could have had. It was just putting the ball. If you're getting the chances, you're never going to be too far off. And last season, it was just squandering the chances. If you're not getting them, you start worrying, to be honest. But a yellow card, foul on Mkhitaryan. A lot of people, when the season started and Manchester United bought Romelu Lukaku, were saying, can he do it in the Champions League? Can he do it in the big games? Okay, it's only Moscow, but this is a game away in Russia. It's not for a lot of teams. This has been a banana skin. Liverpool went to Russia last night and only just managed to come away with a draw after being 1-0 down. So playing these sort of games, but you've still got to do the business in these games. And I think any sort of win away from home is fantastic in the Champions League, to be honest. However you get it, I mean, obviously even a draw away from home is seen as a good result in the Champions League, but Manchester United have got this in their hands that they could put this group to bed with a fairly decent group in the first 3 or 4 games, and then rest some players for the latter stages. And for Premier League games and cup games, League Cup games that are coming thick and fast, would be the cake for me. Celtic have gone 2-0 up in their game away at Anderlecht. That should be a fantastic result for them, because they're going to be looking to finish third in that group, because I can't really see them finishing second. So, and they'd be in the Europa League then, which I think would be a good achievement for Celtic. But as far as the other British team, Chelsea are still losing 1-0 Atletico Madrid. The team you don't really want to be losing 1-0 to, because they can certainly defend Atletico Madrid. That's going to be a tall ask for Chelsea to get anything out of that game this evening. Manchester United still in cruise control of this tie tonight. Manchester United winning 3. Oh, Manchester United. Have we just scored? My stream's gone down. I think we've got another goal, but my stream seems to. Yes, Manchester United have scored again. My stream just went down. Manchester United have scored. Henrik Mkhitaryan has scored. Fantastic to see Manchester United get. This game is beginning to become a row. Now, I think now that the substitutions are gonna be brought out, because this game is well and truly dead as a it was at half time, dead as a contest. What is the point in keeping some of these players onto the pitch with a game coming up on Saturday? It's just a complete waste of time, to be honest. But let's just see if I can get that goal back up. Anthony Martial's effort was parried, and Mkhitaryan scoring. It's nice to see Mkhitaryan get a goal with Manchester United sharing the goals out, which what we want to see. Last season he didn't score enough goals and didn't make enough assists. His first season in the Premier League. Now he's doing better. Unfortunately, I missed the goal live because my stream went down, but up, and we are almost at the 60-minute mark now, and Manchester United could end up getting a hatful of goals tonight. Really could. Another foul there on Eric Bailly. There's definitely an opportunity for more goals in this game if Manchester United really want to put these to the absolute sword, which we already have. Really, 4 goals seems to be Manchester United's lovely number this season. It really does, doesn't it? Just crazy that we barely got 4 goals in hardly any games under. And now Manchester United are swatting teams aside 4-0. It's really lovely to see. Yeah, just a whack in the face there on Eric Bailly. I'm sure he'll be all right. There's a yellow card for the Moscow man. We've still got another half now to play. Manchester United are winning 4-0. And now is making way off the pitch. Let's see who's coming on. Jesse Lingard's coming onto the pitch. So he hasn't chosen to bring either Scott McTominay or Axel Tuanzebe onto the pitch yet. But it is nice to still see a youth product coming onto the pitch. Manchester United. Oh! Chance there. Score. He missed it. The keeper has actually played well this evening, which is frightening to think that he played well. But Jesse Lingard, for me, should be putting that in the back of the net. That should be a 5th. There should be no complaint with that one. Can Manchester United make a fifth? You wouldn't put it past us. But Jesse Lingard does squander a few chances, doesn't he? Flag was up as Manchester United put the ball in the net. Basel are winning 3-0 against Benfica. Fucking hell. I didn't expect that. This group could turn out to be a fucking piss easy group. This group's turning into an absolute walkover. Looks like they're getting ready to make a change now. I mean, it's just damage limitation for them. They just got to go out there and try and play for a bit of pride and stop this game from getting any bigger. Looks Chelsea have equalised against Atletico Madrid. Morata scored there. Obviously, that is a really difficult game for Chelsea, no doubt about that. So, at least Manchester United have had an easy group. It's what we wanted. Piss easy group. Just knocking the ball around in their final third. Oh, just seem to keep getting the ball straight back. This to me seems probably easier than it did against Burton Albion. If players need to up their goal tally, this is certainly the perfect opportunity to get yourself a few goals. Jesus. You don't normally get too many easy games in the Champions League anymore where you swap teams aside 5 or 6-0. So, I mean, Manchester United have played really well, though. They're playing really well at the moment. I mean, no doubt about it. But just think that we've still got Paul Pogba injured. Zlatan still hasn't come back from injury yet to really see much of Luke Shaw this season, which potentially is our best left back in the team if he can get back fully fit and firing. He was fantastic before that leg break. So this is nowhere near our first starting lineup. I mean, Valencia's not playing this evening, so I mean, Fellaini plays a lot of the time for Manchester United, so this is by no means the. You could argue 3 or 4 players could potentially get into the starting lineup. I mean, Phil Jones isn't playing. Manchester United to be this dominant, it's great. It is great to see that we've got a lot of options at Manchester United now, which you really do need. Lingard. Oh, he wasted that. Come on, it'd be nice to see a 5 or 6. I can't remember the last time we swapped on the side like that. Battered the fuck out of someone. Come on, can we do that tonight? Can you get yourself another one? Otherwise, everyone would be making shit up about you being only a penalty scorer. Couldn't have been a more perfect day for both Manchester United's first team and youth team. Both winning. The first team hammering the fuck out. Darmian now is going to come onto the pitch, so he will only have 1 substitution left. And pointed that we haven't seen Scott McTominay or Tuanzebe. I mean, obviously we don't know all the shot there from CSKA Moscow, but obviously we don't know how they're doing, how he's doing really. Axel, because obviously he's only just come back from injury and maybe he's still feeling it. And we had to get a squad out there, and with a few other players injured, maybe he was the one that he more likely wanted to risk. But Ashley Young makes way for Darmian. So Basel are winning 4-0 against Benfica, a team that we swat aside at Old Trafford. Jeez. The group is completely wide open for who finishes second and third. I thought Benfica would probably be the second best team in this group, but are they really? Battered this team, and yet they beat Benfica. So Manchester United have got to be confident going to Benfica, really. The fact that they're getting fucking annihilated tonight, and we in that game, we're almost be through, because would have beat for me the two better teams. Well, on paper, I would say probably the better two teams, CSKA and Moscow, and then it would be Benfica or both away. But maybe Basel are a better side than we thought, even though we did beat them comfortably in the first game. I mean, to be honest, I just think this group is absolutely fucking pants. It's a load of old fucking shit teams, to be honest, but can only beat by the looks of it. But we can only beat who's in. It's going to surely at some point in time with Manchester United are going to be able to rotate the squad in the last few games of this group. It surely got to. It would be better to be able to rotate it for this than rotate for the last couple of games at least, rather than rotate it for the League Cup, because they're in the league. Because I would still like to win the League Cup again this year. I'd like to win everything that we're in, and if you've got dead rubbers in this competition, you might as well use these as a chance to give squad players and it's like youth players a go, because hopefully by the latter stages of this group stage, Michael Carrick will be back fit, because he definitely needs some game time. And I think we probably would have seen him tonight had he not been injured, because Matic, for me, I wouldn't have risked him had Carrick been fit, because I think Carrick's probably the best replacement for Matic that we've got. Even with Carrick's age, catching up with him now, he's still a fantastic player for Manchester United. And Manchester United winning the corner. Looks like Manchester United are going to make another change. Looks like Marcus Rashford's coming on, so it doesn't look like Manchester United are going to be bringing any of the two, Scott McTominay or Tuanzebe, onto the pitch tonight. That will be the final substitution for Manchester United. It will most likely be Anthony Martial that goes off the pitch. Now, I would have liked to see one or two chance this evening, but I wasn't really expecting it from the start that we could potentially be this scoreline up and we would get the luxury. So in the nuts that we haven't been, but again, to get some chances in this group stage, because this group is, by the looks of it, I might be eating my words if Manchester United fuck up against Benfica in the next one. But to be honest, this group looks like a bunch of donkeys. United really pushed it in the second half. We could have got probably another couple. It would just be nice to see Lukaku. Oh, around it. Fuck. I wouldn't mind seeing him get his hat-trick. It'd be nice. Marcus Rashford then coming onto the pitch now. Anthony Martial. Or is he just walking slowly off? We don't want him to get injured. Got himself on the score sheet this evening with a penalty. Himself 2 assists as well. So done no harm tonight. Anthony Martial. He hasn't got any sort of knock there. He was walking looked like a little bit gingerly there. Said 2 assists. Sorry, it was 3 assists, wasn't it? So he's. I mean, Jesus, I forgot about that other one because I missed the goal when it first happened. The last one, the Mkhitaryan one. That's Mkhitaryan. He needs to probably improve his goal tally, but he's got himself bags of assists this season already. I mean, I felt he could step up this season because his first season in the Premier League, and we knew it was going to be difficult. Your first season, a lot of players, it's difficult for them. Coming to a new league, as easy as people think, just going out there and playing football on a pitch, all the culture, everything's different, and he's settled in. Took him a while at Dortmund to settle in, and after that, he was fantastic. So we're really starting to see the benefits of that this season, and hopefully we'll see that with Victor Lindelof as well. He's getting some game time. But it looks like it could potentially be another clean sheet for Manchester United, which will be fantastic. It really will be racking up them clean sheets if he gets another one tonight. A head injury there. Is it Jesse Lingard? Well, we got about just over 15 minutes of this game left for Manchester United. Can Manchester United get any more goals in this? The highest we've done so far this season, obviously, is 4-0. Both games in this group are 4-0. So the group in Manchester United's favour. We're the only ones on 6 points, so I'm really happy with that. Win that game against Benfica, and if the other game was to end at a draw, that would put Manchester United in such a strong position. Qualified. But an absolute fuck up wouldn't happen. So you wouldn't like to call that game against Basel and CSKA Moscow, because I played against both of them, and both of them are certainly tonight. These are an easy game for Manchester United. We're just not used to this. As Manchester United fans, I feel spoiled. We haven't seen this for a good. Last time we saw football like this, it was a long while ago, because in Fergie's last few years, this wasn't the football we were battering teams like this, scoring lots of goals. Just thinking, we've held on to the likes of Wayne Rooney for far too long, and fannied around with players that just haven't worked out. And now Jose Mourinho has come in and bought the right players in. I'm just so happy and content with this. It was what I dreamed of when Jose Mourinho took over. He was the man I always wanted, and he's just showing me why he was the man I wanted. He knows what he's doing. It's lovely to watch. Some fans out there that wasn't so keen on Jose Mourinho, but his style of play. But you've got to be happy with this. I mean, that shit we've seen under Louis van Gaal was fucking dreadful. This is good. You can't ask for no better than this. How's Zlatan getting in this team? Oh, tired. Will Zlatan play with Lukaku at any point? Maybe Zlatan could return in the Champions League. Who knows? I'm pretty sure he was registered for the squad. So maybe if we get through these next couple of games and win them, then maybe Zlatan could come back because he's going to be back fit. So that would give him an opportunity to maybe get a game in if he comes back in November before the group's concluded, because I think there's still one game to come in November, a couple in October already. Cool, fucking hell. 5-0 Benfica are losing. Bloody hell. Basel scored more than Manchester United. Shouldn't have happened. We should have got about 6. But in all fairness, they really want from a second half Manchester United team to control the game, just to play the game out like Jose Mourinho teams do. You don't want to overexert yourself. Well, not when you've got so many games still to come thick and fast this month. It's not necessary. Now that Anthony Martial's not on the pitch, who's going to make the assists? Jesus. He gets a fair share of assists, Anthony Martial. Oh. Not too sure we're going to see any more goals in this game, to be honest. It seems to have died out this game a bit for Manchester United. In absolute cruise control and clean sheet out of the way, and hopefully no injuries. Obviously, see a slightly changed team for that game against Crystal Palace. The likes of Valencia will come back in, probably Fellaini will come back in. Oh, Darmian. Goalkeeper pulling off a decent save again. She played quite well this evening. This game could have been about that. Their goalkeeper has pulled off some good saves this evening. It's still Manchester United are having all the ball in this game. I think if Manchester scored goals, we could step this up and just swat a couple more in. But Jose Mourinho might come out and be critical though of this team and say it's PlayStation football again. But we are winning this comfortable. who gives a fuck, to be honest? It's just pleasing to see, isn't it, that you can do this in the second half. CSKA Moscow coming into Manchester United's half, but they don't ever really look that dangerous when they do. I love the fact that I'm not really ever worried that Manchester United are going to let many goals in now. With the Manchester United defence we have. Even though Swapson's changed tonight and we played a different system, we've still been relatively comfortable at the back. That was a good chance watching it again from Darmian. The goalkeeper saved it with his foot, leg. And Dave having to make a save. Dave's had to save tonight has been pretty comfortable, to be honest. Into the last few minutes of this game, and it's just fizzled out, to be honest. It's not really got the edge it had in the first half, but it would still be nice if Lukaku could bang himself another goal. That would be something nice to add to. Oh, foul there for Manchester United. CSKA Moscow are making a substitution now. Manchester United then with the free kick. To take it from distance. Oh dear. Jesus Christ. Too far out really to go for a shot from there. Oh dear. Manchester United win the ball back. Manchester United on the attack. Ball up to Romelu Lukaku. I bet Big Rom's desperate to get that final third goal. It would just kill off an absolute perfect evening, to be honest, wouldn't it? Absolute perfect evening. Is one more goal going to come? 5 minutes remaining here. Game Moscow 0, Manchester United 4 goals up. One of these goals has come in the second half. So similar to be honest to that game in the cup against Burton Albion. Different scorers and different play, but similar outcome. I think most Manchester United fans are just waiting for the final whistle now. Not long left, and we can relax and get ready for that game against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford on Saturday. If we see a similar scoreline in that game, we will have to wait and see. But this one has been very easy. Blind. Yep, I think it is. Unless he's giving us free throw. Yep, he's get the free kick. This might be the last chance for Manchester United to get any more goals in this game. But the ball back. That's the only thing. Jose Mourinho might not be so happy with the fact that Manchester United have played out the last 20 minutes of this game. Just really like that game against Burton Albion. We haven't really put much effort into this second half, which would worry you a bit if it was on a knife edge or this was a knockout game and it was over 2 legs. But it's what it is. You can't really expect the players to go full intensity when you're 4-0 up. It's just not going to happen the same, is it? It's I think CSKA and Moscow will be happy to keep the score down and now because to finish the group off in second or third position, and they won't want their goal to get nowhere near. So, CSKA Moscow man by Lindelof. Scored. Shit, we've got no clean sheet. Oh, bollocks. Bollocks. No fucking clean sheet now. Harry bollocks done that. Fucking slid the ball past David De Gea. To be honest, I never really thought that they were going to get a goal now. It was won anyway. Manchester United have still won the game fairly comfortable, but it's just a bit of a kick in the nuts to me because I wanted Dave to get a clean sheet, and we never got that clean sheet because some can't bloody fucking put the ball past him. But to be honest, Manchester United have been way too relaxed in this second half. When the game on it's just getting stupid for Manchester United that it was just so easy. To be honest, it's too easy in the set. A bit more on in the game to watch that goal again. Straight under his legs, didn't it, Dave's? Shot him from distance. Dave saved that one. And we are now into injury time, so the game is almost up. Manchester United look to have won the game 4-1. So Even though I'm disappointed with that goal in at the end, I can't be disappointed with that. I mean, this has been so easy for Manchester United, really, throughout the whole game. We've dominated from start to finish. We're going to be top of the group. Got not really any worries. And we're going to go through to the next round. I'm 100% sure of that. And we're going to win this group. I can't see us not winning this fucking group. It's been way too fucking easy. Tonight, 7 goals in the first 2 games of this group. Romelu didn't get his hat-trick, but he's still got 2 goals this evening, which is good enough. Manchester United have already had 3 penalties this season, and he hasn't scored any of them. So Manchester United have won the game this evening. The game ends. Fantastic win for Manchester United. Really pleased that we've got that 4-1 win. You can't ask for no more than that. Nicking the game in the last minute. So Chelsea have beaten Atletico Madrid, which is about Celtic winning 3-0 away. I'm surprised they've won so big, but you know, and Manchester United roll on. We've won ever so easy. Can't ask for no more than that. There will be a match reaction coming up shortly on to the game at the weekend. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in this evening for this watch along. Hope you all enjoyed the game this evening and really pleased. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and I will talk to you all again soon. See ya.